Why are you so protective over the West Coast and the West Coast music?
It came from because like I didn't really have an affinity like that for the West Coast until I think I started getting into the business, and then on my come up, I saw how hard it was for us out here, like as far as musically, and the industry. I felt like don't respect us musically, and I still feel like that. So that's where the chip on my shoulder comes from. And that's why I'm unapologetic about how boisterous I am about our shit.
Right.
I don't feel like we get our just due when it comes to these award shows. I don't feel like people pay attention to us, not pay attention, I'm sorry, but I don't think people grade us on the same scale that they grade other regions.
Right.
But I mean, a lot of people feel like that about their region.
Yeah, but I feel like, because when I remember growing up, I always heard like, oh, West Coast Wednesday. And even as a kid, I'm like, why do we live in LA and have a West Coast Wednesday? It should be West Coast music all day, every day. Like when I go to New York, I don't hear a New York Thursday, a down south Saturdays.
I think it's just because it's the W. It just rhymes. I mean, it just flows good.
Right.
I don't think it's anything other than that. But for the most part, I think that when it comes to the music business and the music industry, I just don't feel like they respect us.
Why do you think that is?
Just look at different things. When the lists come out at the end of the year, when the award shows.
No, I'm saying, why do you think that they don't respect West Coast music like that?
I think because we don't have a history of MCing the way other people do. Like we have our shit is gangster rap. It is what it is, right? We founded gangster rap. We embody gangster rap on the West, right? But then when you go to other regions, you got the New York, that's the MCs and that's the rhymers or whatever you want to call them, right? Then when you go to the South, they got the sound, certain things like that. So I think like out here, because gangster rap has become our stigma.
Have a negative connotation.
It has a negative connotation to it, and then also I feel like the '90s had a lot to do with that too. The Death Row era obviously deterred a lot of people away from fucking with us, in the industry, right? That being said, I think that's what kind of like started this little segregation or divide us from the industry. But then also after the Death Row era, the industry packed up and got up out of LA. They left LA. They left the West Coast. A couple of labels stayed here. Capitol was one because they obviously their building is here, but they packed up and left, and that's what I call no man's land. Like right after I would say Game and Dr. Dre run, before the New Boys. So you're talking like this 2000, right? Like right in the hyphy era. Like you're talking about like right in that little pocket. There was some dead out here. Wasn't no resources, wasn't nobody doing no music like that. The biggest shows you can get was either you doing Hollywood stuff, or we was in Long Beach at the Copacabana. At the Copacabana doing shows. Like I'm talking about people having full out radio records. So that's kind of like where that comes from, that mentality.